Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right, this is the beginning of month 14 of Trump 2.0, and he has not let us down. 1.0 was pretty much a massive cluster, and he's not letting us down on this one. This is, I think it's even worse than the first one.
Oh, yeah. It's much more, characters are much more character-y. They're great.
Well, I think in
great.
1.0, he at least at the beginning had some decent human beings, at least somewhat credible human beings.
Well, and capable ones that have been in the job for a long time, and could be approved by Congress. This time he's just skipping that. He's just trying to get people to come in temporarily so he doesn't have to put them in front of Congress. He's picked some people that are very good, what is it called? What is the technical term? Ass kissers. That are ass kissers, and they've been in the Senate and places like that, but they've learned how to say yes, sir, whatever you say, sir.
Right.
So.
Right. You know what these people didn't understand when they didn't the people in 2.0 what they didn't learn is that the clowns people that he had in 1.0. Think about it. Where are these people?
Well, Corey Lou Nasty pops up all over the place, so he hasn't disappeared. But yeah, a lot of the people that really backed him, that did a lot of stuff for him, even like people like Tucker Carlson and stuff, they're off the grid now. Yeah. They're not part of the mainstream anymore. But they're working behind the scenes, and a lot of them disagree with what he's doing now, especially as far as war goes and stuff. But the people that were professionals, that had high positions there, I don't think they're ever going to be able to be in. They can be, what are they called? Pundits. But as far as having another job or being able to keep their law licenses, those type of things, no, they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're just they never learn, and quite a few of the people that he had before, were still decent human beings, I guess. But they've dropped out. The people that he has now, once he's gone, they're gone. They're going to have a hell of a time ever trying to find another job in politics. Right.
They can write books, maybe. Some of them, though.
Who would buy?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. Some of them, the ones who remain loyal right up to the end, right up until January 6th, where they said, "Oh, this is too much for me. I'm out of here." He turned on them. I mean, they're dead to him now. There's nothing that they can say or do that will. And he goes after him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he will go after anybody that he possibly can.
Yeah, he might be. You might be his golden boy. Well, mostly golden boy, because the women he really doesn't treat well. Although they don't seem to realize it ever that he doesn't. Yeah.
No.
But usually you can be kid's golden boy right now, and maybe. You're thinking, especially JD or Marco, that, I'm next in line. I just have to do this. I'll be next in line. He'll turn against you in a second.
Well, Vance, or
JD Vance?
His
Marco
first,
Rubio?
His first.
Look at, I can't even remember his name. That's Pence,
Mike Pence.
Mike Pence, yeah.
Look at Mike Pence.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah, he really is.
He's done.
Yeah.
People liked him at the end.
Yeah.
But
he did the right thing once.
One time he did.
That's all you have to do. Just have to do the right thing once.
One time. But the megas will never like him.
No.
We
will never like
him.
Yeah.
So he's done as far as everyone's concerned. And that's what happens to these people.
Yeah.
Once they turn, it's like Bill Barr, all right?
Yeah.
The megas have no use for him whatsoever.
No.
We have no use for him whatsoever.
Nope.
And so, therefore, he's done. And that's the problem that these guys get into, that when he is done with you, you are done. Because there is no bringing us back to that side, and there's no bringing the megas back.
Right.
I don't know. So all of these goons that he's got working for him right now.
Yeah.
When he's done, and 3 years, because Trump is very old, so 3 years he's going to be 130. But there's some very young people left on his staff who are done.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody else is going to trust you. Because he's going to find some way to destroy your career. Yeah, it's like you sneeze at the wrong time and you're out. I mean, it's like you're not the last one at the table, then he's listening to somebody else. Yeah.
And
don't think your fellow people that are sitting there brown-nosing him at the table are going to defend you. Or are not going to stab you in the back.
It's a cutthroat.
That's the way they are.
It's just how it is.
Yep.
And they, but they are too stupid or egotistical to understand this. I have no idea why he has no problems finding people to fill vacancies, because he will chew you up, spit you out, you are done.
Yeah.
Because, as we said before, the megas will never forgive you.
Right.
We will never forgive you. We'll talk about Pete Hegseth in just a minute.
Yeah.
But he's one of them. But Kristi Noem,
oh, yeah?
She'll never find another job.
No, not for anybody else, not for any other administration.
No.
No, she's got... He let it go too long with her, let her dig herself deeper and deeper and deeper without saying anything.
I think it's a $200
and then all of a sudden
million,
it's like, a $200 million commercial, which he probably did approve, but she says he approved, but now he's saying, no, I didn't have anything to do with that. So, so she's out. And they have that, and we the people have this $200 million commercial campaign thing. Yay! So
we just spent $200 million on a commercial, people.
On a commercial.
All right, $200 million for a commercial that will never, ever be used because it's got Kristi Noem.
It's Kristi Noem, yeah. But it's ridiculous. And now they want, $200 billion to continue the war in Iran.
Oh, sure.
They've already have $1 trillion in their the Defense Department budget, $1 trillion.
Yeah.
But they want $200 billion more. For what? So, this because.
Let's talk about this war. All right, we're just starting week number 4 as we tape this. Week number 4 of a war that he promised all of you that voted for him. He promised you, remember, he wasn't going to start a stupid war. Well, here we are.
And really, you weren't clued in when they renamed the Department of Defense the Department of War? That maybe
there's something to that?
There's something to that, yeah. Mm-hmm. And when they put Pete in there...
let's talk about Pete. Where did he come from again?
Fox News.
Yeah,
Fox
he
News.
was a weekender.
He had a Saturday morning show, I think.
A weekender at Fox.
Yeah.
At Fox News. They don't put their top guns on the weekends.
No, they don't.
They
don't.
put their beginners.
Yeah.
Basically, people that don't quite know a lot yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he was a weekender, and Trump said, he's
Yeah.
my man.
And he didn't have to have too much responsibility. Be there Saturday morning. I mean, it's like,
Right.
It's not like, apparently Pete has a little, I guess he doesn't consider it a problem, but some people consider he has a drinking problem, and
But he promised he wasn't going to.
right, that's true.
If he got
probably has.
if he
If
got,
he got in there and he
yeah,
that
if-
whole
if-
time he
if
was
they
there, he
swore
wouldn't
him
drink.
in.
Yep, and
He was going to swear off.
yeah. I don't know. He doesn't look like he's been drinking when he gives the thing. He does look like he's on something though, because he is very animated. But
My
maybe
God.
that's just my characteristic.
Might be
of
just
him,
how Pete is.
Yeah, that's just how he can be. But he wants to go back to being warriors. So that kind of tells you too that they're not going to be peacekeepers. They're going to be warriors.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to
not.
take no prisoner type thing, which is probably good for the prisoners because
Yeah, right. Right.
He's he removed all transgender troops because
Moved them where?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think he made them
To an
all
island?
retire or maybe just erase them. I have no idea. He eliminated all the what is it? The DEI, the diverse inclusion. I'm sorry. Diverse. I keep forgetting what this is. I keep hearing DEI. I'm like that guy. They had a guy testify
Last night.
on the thank you for what on DEI. He says, "Well, I know what it is." Well, then what is it? Well, I know what it is. It's on the thing. It's on the thing they gave us.
Yeah.
But what does it mean?
I don't know.
I know what it means. I know what it is, and we got rid of all of it. Well, how did you get rid of it if you didn't know what it means? Well, I know what it means because it's diversity. So we
Right.
don't want women. We don't want black people. We don't want. That's what diversity means.
Heaven
As it means
forbid.
to have a diverse thing, you can't. So they want to get rid of diversity, equity. They don't want like women and men to be equal, or white and black to be
Right.
equal, or that's kind of what it means. But there are things in effect to try to keep it so that things are equal and things are diverse and inclusion. So it's kind of
Right.
like, okay, a woman should be able to be included in a war activity or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what a DEI is. Well, we're getting rid of that. That's ridiculous.
Well, think
And-
about it. Think about it. Do you think that there's anybody on this planet that is equal to Donald Trump in his eyes?
Oh God, no, of course not.
No one.
To tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be equal to him, but it's like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, he thinks
know
he's
he's
very.
president, but
He
yeah.
thinks that he is like.
yeah, and to treat people like they're equal to me, yeah. The sad thing is, usually the armed forces are where things have come together. It's like they used to have separate barracks for black and white people.
Right.
And then during the World Wars, they figured out, oh, these guys can fight just as well as we can.
Sure.
It's just like, and so people got to know people that weren't of their class. That was another thing.
Right.
People, upper class people, actually went to war. A lot of them did,
Yeah.
and we're actually, got to meet people that were out of their class and stuff, and that's where a lot of the melting pot took place, is like in armed forces.
Right.
Well, we don't want that anymore. We don't want.
That was
we don't
before.
want
That was
yeah.
before
Yeah,
the
that's too woke.
invention of bone spurs.
Oh yeah. Then when they it used to be a thing where you could get drafted until unless your father was rich enough to donate something to some
But
university.
I'm not totally sure that they would have taken Trump anyways. I think Donald Trump was way too stupid for the Army.
Oh. Well, do you have that picture of him on all of his military
Let me
thing?
see.
And the,
let me double check that.
because
It's not a great picture, but it's a picture. Hang on just a second. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
him and
this
his
is my
parents.
favorite. This is my favorite picture, though. This is my favorite picture.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another picture where they're all wearing their shoes and none of them look like they fit.
No.
Like,
All right,
it's like get everybody the same size and we'll just
so that's
work with
Donald.
it.
It's not a very good picture. Donald and his mom and
parents,
dad
yeah.
in his little uniform when he went to military
academy.
school.
Yeah.
He looks like a drum majorette.
Yeah.
And,
but doesn't he look fierce? I mean, aren't you scared of him?
And so that was Don back in military school, and this is Don changing the gas prices.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For the war that he caused.
The Iran war blend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there he goes.
All right. Anyway, so anyway, so they got rid of that. You got to take those are distractions. You got to get rid of those.
Right.
We don't want people being nice to each other, because we want them to have the war ethos,
Yeah.
So then, well, of course, they changed the department. Well, I don't know that technically they have officially changed it, but he and Donald are calling it the Department of War, which makes Pete the Secretary of War. Oh my God!
He's the Secretary of War.
He's the Secretary of War. I mean, that's worth it, no matter what. That just being called the Secretary of War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these name changes.
Yeah. He got rid of a lot of senior officials, like the chief of naval operations, the top advocate generals, the JAGs, the people that actually see whether you're, actually advise you on whether what you're about to do is going to be a war crime or not. Got rid of those. Right. Just the big guys. And he removed the security clearance of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley.
You're right. Yeah.
Why, I don't know, but he did.
If you get rid of everybody that knows what's going on, all of a sudden, you're the smartest one in the room.
No wonder I got rid of so many people.
Yeah, you get rid of everybody that knows what the hell is going on, and now you're the smartest one.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but it's true.
Yeah. He tightened the fitness standards and how the personal appearance of people. Yeah.
Does that look like a guy that's fit?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why he's not fighting a war, though. I mean, he's not part of the armed forces.
Right.
So he's not the...
You want to see somebody that's fit. Right there. Right there.
Yeah.
That was him back in the day.
Yeah.
He was fit back then.
Yeah.
And then somebody that's really fit today, right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those shoes.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should see, there is one out there with Hegseth, Pete, out there that, his didn't fit that well either.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Should have put it on his head.
Yeah, that's probably true. But,
Pete's kind of a clown anyways.
Yeah, it kind of like... It depends on how you look now and how fit you are. So let's get rid of all the nerds that are in the offices and actually planning all the stuff, because you're not fit enough.
Think about it. Think about it. It always has to do with how it looks.
Yeah.
For Donald, everything has got to look the part. Yeah. Everybody that he has on his cabinet, they all have to look TV worthy.
Yeah, they do.
Everything
when they're
has got to be
singing
perfect.
his praises, they've got to look. Yeah, they got to be.
Something that if there's just one thing in this world that should drive every single person right up a wall, is when they have their cabinet meetings and then they go round robin around the table singing his praise. Oh, Donald, you are the greatest.
Well, I don't know what we did without you. We wouldn't have had a country if it weren't for you.
People think that you're the biggest idiot in the world, and quite frankly, there's probably somebody dumber than you. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I don't think you're going to ever be on his cabinet, but
No, I could
you
never.
don't try hard enough. Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you really don't.
But
Yeah.
that's just so.
I mean, you don't
stupid.
have to know it. All you have to do is kiss his ass. You don't have to know anything or do anything. You could have been ahead of like a Voice of America or
That
anything.
there was a saying. we were watching a thing the other night on The Price is Right. I can't even say that. But I can't.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later. What
Okay.
I'm talking about.
All right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
Never mind.
some of the
Look that up. It's on E something.
Entertainment. Can't even think of Dirty Rotten Scandals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-parter.
Two-parter, yeah.
The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Holly and
Interesting.
some of the other ladies finally got
Got a little
that they
airtime. Yeah.
it worked out well for them.
Yeah.
Go.
Anyway, the Pentagon, yeah, they have they want to get rid of things that he deems anti-American.
Such as?
So he's removing sponsorships for graduate programs, fellowships, and certificate programs at elite institutions.
Okay.
Because they're teaching people to be woke, and you can't do that.
Uh-huh.
And their new partners include like Liberty University and the Citadel, and some of these are more religious oriented because Pete is very, very religious oriented. So, but he thinks that elite are like factories of anti-American sentiment.
So Pete's pretty religious?
Yeah. So they want to use more like public universities and internal war colleges that are in maybe Republican-leaning states because they're going to be more worthy of those type of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Except for Cornell. Cornell is one of those elite places, but apparently they have a very robust ROTC program, so they're going to keep them for now anyway. And they consider them a purple university, unlike the blue ones that they're trying to get rid of.
Right.
But they're not quite red, so be on the lookout, Cornell, because if you don't play it right, you might get things canceled too.
Oh.
And they threatened to withdraw Department of Defense back when it was Department of Defense. Apparently DOD is still used all the time, so yeah, they go back and forth. It's expensive changing all the letterhead and everything, so you're still going to see Department of Defense out there, even though.
They'll change it on the building, just like they did the Kennedy Center.
Yeah, they do. They wanted to. They threatened to withdraw all the support if Scouting America did not do a it's an MOU. I can't remember what MOU is, but it's like issuing a statement saying that Scout Aid of America will only let you join if you were assigned the right gender at birth. So, I mean, if you keep your birth gender. So
right.
They discontinued the Citizen and Society merit badge, which I guess being a good citizen is no longer important, and they eliminated all the DEI language, but they've introduced a military service marriage badge and waived registration fees for military dependents, which is kind of good. That's kind of good, but yeah, some of the other stuff is just ridiculous. During the current war, which is Operation Epic Fury, I
thought it was an excursion.
You know, I guess it's I'm not really sure what it is. Oh, it's I don't know. They're calling it warfare, but I don't know whether they're calling it a war.
They can't call it a war. They can't call it a war because Congress
has
didn't
to do it. Yeah.
So,
but Congress has to do a lot of things that they're just ignoring now. So.
Well, that's because they have no. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Balls.
Balls. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I don't think, or ovaries apparently either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Gonads.
Gonads, whatever. They did their first submarine strike since World War II. So
Oh, really?
They torpedoed a frigate,
Okay.
Iranian frigate. The Cuban boat strikes, of course, they're just kill everybody, which legal experts say is pretty much a war crime. They're using unmarked crafts on the Caribbean thing, which they're also not supposed to do. But he says, it's a matter of speed, and we need to get this done. And he wants the press to stop talking about how many people died so far, and whatever is happening in Iran, because that's going to make them look bad.
There's nothing that's a bigger downer when you're talking about a war.
Yeah.
When you start talking about the people that died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge downer, and it shouldn't be talked about.
And really, those people, they shouldn't have died in the first place. I mean, it's probably all their fault for dying.
Probably. Yep.
He's instituted monthly Christian worship services during business hours at the Pentagon, because, that's I have no idea why that is. But they've extended invitations to defense contractors to these worship services, Christian worship services, leading to claims of, that might be discrimination, but we've got rid of the DEI, so don't worry about it.
One of these days, we're going to have a show that deals with that.
Yeah. Apparently, the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, they take claims from service people that feel they're being discriminated against, or that they're being forced to worship at certain ways. They've gotten over 200 members that complained of superiors framing the war in Iran as the end times or Armageddon or part of God's plan, which is probably the most we've gotten as far as why we're in Iran.
Right.
Hegseth himself is
a moron.
He's a member of a church that is part of a movement, it's ultra-conservative. They argue against women's right to vote and to have leadership in the military. But he's just a member.
He's just a member.
Yeah, he's just a member. Some of the other things he's done, he's not very tech savvy. Last year he shared sensitive details on an unsecured single group chat.
That's right. I forgot
accidentally
about that.
Went to a reporter. Which if you're going to do that, do it to.
God.
Anyway,
yeah.
he's going to. He's used an act, a Federal Acquisition Supply Chain Security Act, to exclude Anthropic, it's a maker of cloud AI, from federal contracts because they refuse to let it be used for lethal autonomy, which means that the AI could say, "Oh, I'm going to kill this people because I feel they're a threat,"
right.
Without anybody looking over it or whatever, or use it. They don't want it used for that, and they don't want it used for domestic surveillance. So they can't just send it out and say, "Okay, look at what Dan's doing right now," because he said something bad about Pete. Actually, I'm the one that said something bad about Pete, so look into me. But
I could though.
Yeah, you could. Our audience just knocked over a lamp, but that's okay. And shook herself. he wants journalists to pledge not to use unauthorized material. So everything that comes from the Defense Department or the Department of War has to be approved by somebody before you can look at it. And people that refuse to sign the pledge no longer can attend the briefings, which they're just getting it from other sources, which is fine, which is probably more accurate than getting it from him, maybe. They also banned photographers from the briefings because they don't like the pictures that they've taken of the secretary. So, yeah.
It's not the camera.
Yeah.
It's not the camera. Okay? It's how you look, okay?
Okay. Well, one of his quotes, no stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win. So, yeah, we're not gonna follow
Pete.
no stupid things. But anyway, so that's okay. Yeah.
He's such a Peter.
A Peter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peter. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's who it is.
Yeah.
That's who Donald Trump decided was the best person for that job.
Yeah. And it's going so well. I mean, it's going into week 4.
Yep.
But it's been winding down for like the last week. It's been winding down. But then they're also sending thousands of troops to Iran, thousands of Marines. I don't know.
Look, I've said it a million times, and I will say it again. I don't believe a word he says.
Yeah.
Not one. So it just doesn't matter. I mean, at least before, with any of the other presidents that we got into conflicts with, at least they had the decency to go on national television,
state their case,
take it up with Congress.
Yeah. Get their approval.
He's never done any of that.
No.
And it's not just this. It's
Yeah.
everything that he's ever done since he's been president. He figures that I don't need to do any of that because I'm the president and I can do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
And he does, and they don't stop him, and that's a shame. But I'm here to tell you that that the Republicans will pay the price for this.
Yeah.
Because there will come a time that the Democrats are back in office.
Yeah.
And every last one of these things that Trump has done is going to come back to bite them all right square in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm just waiting for the day to come to watch it happen.
I mean, there are already voters that are pissed off, frankly, because
sure.
they voted for him because everybody else is going to get you in a war. I'm not going to get you in a war. Well, he got you in a war.
Absolutely.
He can call it anything he wants, but it's a war. And and some of the things that they say. Oh, who knew that the Strait of Hormuz would be? They take over that. Well, everybody that's ever thought about doing Iran. I mean, that's always been the thing. It's always been the talking point. Whenever they say, "Why don't we just bomb Iran?" and because they'll do that, because they're huge, and they're a huge country, and they have a huge defense thing, and and they're not going to, and they fight dirty, which that's okay. I guess we're going to fight dirty too.
Yeah, sure.
But they're going to. They're sending out these drones, these thousands of dollars drones, and we're killing them. We're shooting them down with $1 million things, one-time use $1 million things, and
shooting down a $2,000 drone with $1 million.
It's just
it's very interesting, but it's never. It's there's no end in sight. There really isn't.
No, there isn't. And then people are. there are some Republicans who are saying, why are you coming to us with a $200 billion request for more funds for the Department of War? Use what you've got.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, or give us a good reason why we're there, or a good reason for how you're going to use that money.
We'll find out in the next
yeah.
couple of weeks.
Yeah,
We
that'll
just
be
will.
interesting. Yep.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for this segment.
Yeah.
Unless you have something.
Nope, I'm
Okay.
good. Okay.
All right, we will be talking here in the as we recorded this. Robert Mueller passed away,
Yeah.
and we'll be talking about that in the next couple of shows. Also, we'll talk probably the economy. And what this war is going to do for the economy.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing good, I'm sure.
No.
So, all right, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for
Okay.
watching.
Thanks.